June 11th, 1995, finals of the Sands Regency tournament. A Filipino player nobody expected to win is tied 12-12 with one of America's best. He needs one more rack. But there's a problem. The ball he needs to hit is completely blocked. Impossible angle. No shot. Any other player would play it safe, cut their losses, hope for the next rack. But Efren Reyes isn't like other players. He studies the table, quiet, calm, and then he does something that makes the entire room go silent.
And you might miss this ball.
He calls a shot that requires the cue ball to travel in a perfect Z. That's right, a ball to travel in a perfect Z pattern, touching three rails, defying geometry, to sink a ball that shouldn't be possible to reach. His opponent just laughs. The crowd holds its breath, and Efren makes the shot like it was nothing. Now, this is the moment on YouTube, millions of views, and in the comments, professional players from every country say the same thing. Greatest of all time, the GOAT. Not even close. His name is Efren Reyes. And if you've never heard of him, you're about to understand why he's called the magician. Let's go. The Z shot at Sands Regency wasn't luck. It was pure geometry, pure visualization, pure genius. But here's the thing people miss. Efren had actually made a mistake on the shot before. He accidentally sunk the wrong ball, leaving himself in the worst possible position. Most players would have lost composure, accepted the loss. But Efren saw something nobody else did. A two-rail kick shot that would not only hit the ball, but sink it and leave him in a perfect position to run the rest of the table. Now, his opponent, Earl Strickland, was one of the greatest American players ever, and he could only shake his head and smile. Because what else do you do when you just watch someone turn a disaster into victory? Earl later told reporters that shot will become part of pool history, and he was right. So how does someone become this good? Here's what you'd expect. Rich parents, expensive training, perfect tables, top coaches from childhood. But in reality, this is what Efren had. Ready for it? Nothing. He was born August 26, 1954 in Pampanga, Philippines. As to his socioeconomic status, I don't know how you would say dirt poor in a nicer way, but that's pretty much how Efren grew up. Now, when he was 5, he moved to Manila to live with his uncle who owned a pool hall. Now, what was his job? To clean the hall, sleep on the tables at night, and because he was too short to reach the table, he'd stand on Coca-Cola cases that he moved around to line up his shots. You could just picture him as a young kid doing that. At age 9, he won his first match for money. Age 9. And from there, he spent the next 15 years hustling in pool halls across Manila. Unknown, unseen by the world. Just some kid they called Bata, which means the kid in Tagalog. But here's what nobody talks about. Learning the game in those conditions made him better than anyone who learned on perfect equipment. When you're standing on Coca-Cola crates, when you're sleeping on the table, when every day is about survival, you develop something else. You learn to read every imperfection, every angle, every possibility. You can't rely on perfect conditions. You have to rely on understanding the game at a level most people never reach. By the early 1980s, Efren was the best player nobody outside the Philippines had heard of. He'd walk into pool halls looking humble, friendly, let people underestimate him, and then destroy them. The other players started calling him something else besides Bata. They called him the magician, not because of trick shots, because he made the impossible look easy. In 1985, someone finally convinced him to compete internationally. He was 31 years old. You might think that's not too old, but most champions go international by their late teens. Efren had spent 16 years in Philippine pool halls, and because he wanted to keep hustling, because promoters had heard his name but didn't know his face, he competed under an alias, Cesar Morales. He'd show up to American tournaments as Cesar, play like the world champion, take the money, and disappear. But eventually the secret got out. Cesar Morales was Efren Reyes, and once the world knew, there was no debate. In November 1996, Efren faced Earl Strickland in what's still considered the greatest pool match ever played. It was called The Color of Money, named after the movie. 3 days, race to 120, winner take all, $100,000. The largest single event purse in pool history at that time. Now, this is what it was. Efren, the quiet Filipino from the streets of Manila, versus Earl Strickland, the fiery American champion. For 2.5 days, Earl dominated. At one point, he was up 104-87, a 17-game lead. Most people thought it was over. Some of Efren's own backers didn't even show up on the third day. And then something happened. Efren started playing pool at a level nobody had ever seen. He won rack after rack after rack, 2 in a row, 3 in a row, 4 in a row. Now, surprisingly, but understandably, Earl started to crack. The crowd turned against him, and Efren, calm as ever, just kept sinking balls. By the end, he had come back from 17 games down to win 120-117. In 3 games, after 237 total games played, he won by 3 games. The greatest comeback in pool history. So, what separates Efren from every other great player? He sees shots that don't exist yet. While his opponent is planning the next shot, Efren is already planning 4 or 5 shots ahead. He plays the entire game in his head before touching the cue. There's a story that during a match, Efren executed a shot so creative, so impossibly complicated, that his opponent stopped playing, walked over, and asked him to explain how he even saw it. Efren just smiled and said, "I don't know, I just see it." But here's what really separates Efren from almost every other all-time great. He never trash-talked. He never celebrated like he knew he was better, never made his opponents feel small. He won with the same quiet face he lost with. And in a sport filled with egos, that humility made him even more legendary. I was at a tournament last year. It's called the Reyes Cup. It's named after him now. And Efren was there, just sitting a few chairs away from me, watching other much younger players compete. No entourage, no big fanfare. Today, Efren is 71 years old, happens to be the greatest who ever lived, sitting quietly, watching the game he loves. My operations manager, James, is a huge fan, and I had to get him some tickets to go one of the nights, and then I bought him some tickets to be able to go to another one that I wasn't able to make it to, just because I wanted him to enjoy this. Actually, James lives here in Manila, but last year we were both living in Cebu, and he's like, "Can I leave and travel from Cebu to Manila, during the week? Because I really want to attend the tournament." So it's like, of course, go, have fun. And it was a lot of fun to be able to go with him and a couple of other friends here in Manila. And now that Efren's a bit older, you can just tell that he's a very kind guy, but he's just so tired of all the fanfare. And there would be groups of people that would go over wanting to get his autograph. And another friend of mine that was there with us, Lane, he knew that his son in America is a huge Efren Reyes fan. And so James was kind enough to tell Lane, "Hey, let me get your shirt," that he had bought his son-in-law for the Reyes Cup. And James walked over to Efren Reyes sitting there and was able to get an autograph on the shirt for my friend Lane to be able to take back to his son-in-law in the U.S. It's a great moment for James, and I know Lane's son-in-law appreciated it so much as well. It's not often that you get to sit there with legends, but this was one of those moments in life where we all got to enjoy the moment. Now, you might be wondering, "John, why are you talking about Efren Reyes? Why not another video on dating in the Philippines or something else?" Well, this is why this story matters to me. Efren Reyes proves something that people from developing countries are told isn't true. You don't need the best equipment, the best training, the best opportunities. You need obsession. You need 10,000 hours of learning to make things work when nothing is perfect. And he did it in a way that made the entire world stop arguing. Ask any professional player today, American, European, Chinese, Vietnamese, doesn't matter. They all say the same thing. Efren Reyes is the greatest of all time. Period. No debate. No, but what about just a kid from Pampanga who learned standing on Coca-Cola crates and became so undeniably great that the entire world had to admit it? No fanfare, just a 71-year-old man who happens to be the greatest who ever lived, doesn't compete much anymore. Not that long ago, he played Earl Strickland again. Lost this time. But Earl said something after the match that matters. He said, Efren's still playing remarkable pool for his age. Neither one of us are the same player we used to be, but we're lifers. We're going to keep playing until we die. Efren's legacy isn't just the titles. It's what he showed every Filipino kid, every kid from anywhere without advantages. You could be the best in the world. Not just good, the best. Undisputed, unquestioned. The magician didn't just win tournaments. He changed what people thought was possible. And he did it with humility, with grace, and with a smile. If you've never heard of Efren Reyes, go watch that Z-Shot on YouTube again. Search Efren Reyes Z-Shot 1995. Watch the way he plays, and understand that you're watching the greatest pool player that ever lived. As always, guys, thank you so much for taking time to watch. And if you think this video would be meaningful to someone else, I would appreciate you sharing it.